Listeners be advised. The Soliloquy podcast discuss matters related to the human experience and many that are sexual in nature. Due to this, some conversations may surround triggering topics such as sexual violence, self-harm, abuse, and much more. Please be advised, a list of crisis and psychological resources will be available in the show notes of this episode. With that said, let's get started with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please as we go through the following safety instructions.
In the event that there is a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen mask will drop from the overhead. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. Breathe normally as oxygen is flowing even if the mask is not inflated. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Soliloquy podcast, where we step out and speak about sexuality. This is your favorite host, Vernon T. Scott, also known as Slaytor Jackson, and also known as, for you motherfuckers, freaky motherfuckers out there, Sebastian Adams. On today's episode, we will be talking about ideal relationships, and I have my friend Adrian on the line, looking so beautiful, relaxed, and just happy. She's just a gorgeous bitch. I love her. I love this hell so fucking much.
Ooh, don't be gassing me up like that, kid.
You know I'm going to gas you up, bitch. Call me BP.
Not British Petroleum.
I was almost going to say quick trip, then I was like, Sometimes I don't want it to be quick.
oh, spicy. Girl, let me take a sip.
Oh, yes, yes.
I need that.
How are you?
Woo, I'm good. You know, off work. I'm currently coming at you live from my bed. Shit's comfortable. Memory foam. Get into it.
Yes. Oh, I need to get me a memory foam mattress
Honey,
too.
you
Those
do.
things.
Get you one. Because you're tall, and I know y'all bones be aching. Like, that memory foam will take your body over. It'll just be like, come on, daddy, lay down.
Girl,
Let's talk about it.
not why you had to mention aching bones. I was on the couch yesterday and I just leaned forward a little bit. I was like, oh, what's that pain? Hold up now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that aging, Lord? Is that aging? Well, we don't do that. Pain. What are you doing? I laid right back. I was like, that was the Lord telling me this is not the time to get up.
It's not.
Be seated.
You gotta hear the Lord's voice when he speaks. It's a still small voice for a twinge in your back.
Look, the Lord said, be still. And I was like, yes.
I receive it.
I receive.
But like, shit. God damn it. Okay, continue, because I had a thought. And okay, I remember. I am 29, knocking on 30. And I know this, not because of the year I was born, but because of the sounds I make when I live life. Like, I am now doing that consistent when I get up. Anytime I sit up, like, and I used to wonder why my grandma and my mama did that shit. Now I know.
Look, it's a thought. It's a huge thought process. It's a whole thought process. Like, damn, I gotta get up. I gotta get.
And it goes the other way too. Like, when I don't even sit down, I just kind of like bend into a position and fall, because the dexterity in my hips that I need to bend and sit, they gone. It's gone. Look. I'm talking about I just get into like a little 45-degree angle, and wherever I fall is where I'm gonna be.
But really though, like I know I probably should be doing a little bit more yoga. I know I should, but sometimes I'm just like, I have to get on the floor first.
Right, they're standing poses. The ones that get into you got to lay down for.
Right, child. Yeah, I'm still good at wall sit, so I could give myself that. I can still do a good squat every now and again, but
there we go.
But the knees start cricking, and then it's just like,
Okay, we're done.
It's time to sit down. Look, when I was walking the other day, I was like, Is that my my femur talking to me? Bitch,
Hey,
when did you
girl.
start talking? Who are you? Nice to meet you. Oh, can
I'm
you
gonna
be
need you to
quiet?
quiet down. Quiet down.
I'm like,
This
we
is
are not supposed to be we are not supposed to be friends. Like, I already met my niece, and we were best friends back in the day. Now we was best friends.
mm-hmm.
And then the knees kind of get rude as time goes, just like we I can't say we best friends, but we good associates. We can still hang out, we can still chat, we can still go to the club every now and again. But
Right.
you get to a point where the knees just don't want to fuck with you no more, and just like, I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm not trying to go out. I'm not trying to go outside. You need to stay your ass home too. Knees, I'm just trying to be out here. I want to be
You've
out in
been
these streets.
you've been out enough. Sit down somewhere. You
Look.
got frenemies. You ain't got knees. You got frenemies.
Oh God, like, oh, body parts. And I'm also approaching that 30, and I cannot wait for my 30th birthday because this nude photo shoot is going to be lit.
My email address is Drayton2015 at outlook.com. You got to make sure you put the dot or it won't come to me.
I'm so done.
I'm
Look,
just trying to support you.
that's going to be my intro back to Facebook, and then I'm leaving right after. I'll be there for a week. Like, hey y'all, I'm back to drop this. Boop. How y'all doing? How has Facebook been? How have you guys been? I hope you're doing well. Season 2 of the podcast is coming up. This wherever that first Wednesday is of March. I don't know. We coming back. But look at this damn body, y'all. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I'm out. Fuck you, Facebook. I don't like you hoes. That's it.
Screen record, stop.
Ain't it?
Because I'm telling you, the moment you release those, I'm on your ass. Where is my marshmallow? Because you are a fire.
I'm done. Oh God. See, this is why I love having Adrian on, y'all. We don't get into the conversation at all. We won't never get into this conversation.
I'm telling you, I am the worst part of the podcast. Like, I bet you your listeners is just like, oh yeah, he's so informative, he's so smart, he's so like real hard hitting topics, he makes everything great. Oh Lord, it's an Adrian episode. I'm gonna just scoot on by.
Y'all, Adrian, I don't know why this bitch is acting like this. She has more fans than I do.
That is
Literally,
not
on
true.
my own podcast, she has more fans than I do. Literally, somebody messaged me, was like, I love Adrian so much. You're doing a good job too. But I love Adrian. I was like, the fuck you mean? I'm doing a good job too. It's my fucking podcast. I hope.
Exactly. Girl or guy, whoever you are, thank you, sis, because that was so beautiful to me. But also, girl, I don't do shit. Like the work, the effort, that's coming from Dr. Scott. Don't forget that. Okay. I'm just his raggedy ass friend that got jokes.
Oh God. Like, I told Shane she got fans too, and she's like, what? Me? Yes, bitch. Both of the hoes who got all the
Oh
fans.
yeah. I love Shane. I love Shane episodes. I'd be like, yes, preach, girl. You know the vibes.
Look. Oh,
that's my villain coach. She's trying to teach me how to villain. I'm not doing well. She ain't gave up on a nigga.
Look, I'm telling you, look, anybody who has not been to therapy yet, go to therapy, and then you yourself is going to realize, you know what? It might be easier just to be a villain, because being a superhero is too stressful. It's too much. You know what? Let me be a villain. The villainy is it's beautiful here, y'all. Like I said in I think it was an episode. I don't know who I was talking to when I had this conversation, but we got healthcare as a villain. And the healthcare is good.
It is. I could get blown the fuck up by Superman and be back for the next episode. What's up?
Look, just be like, it's so, y'all, this is why you need to be a villain, because it's stress-free. You stop giving a fuck. All right.
You do.
When
like,
you stop
you're
giving
gonna lose. you know you're gonna lose to the hero, but like you like, well, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose in style, bitch. I'm gonna give you everything.
Look, you gonna get this work, and guess what? You sending me to jail. I get out, and guess what? You didn't touch my money that I had stored. Like, bitch. Okay,
I'm back like I never left, motherfucker.
I'm here. I'm here. What's up? Do something, Superman. Fuck you.
What's good, Aquaman?
Look, Aquaman could get it though.
He could. Jason Momoa would clap my cheeks. Do it. When I tell you I will toot these little flat ass cakes up to you.
Not flat.
I see you, Jason. I see you.
It's not flat, y'all. It's not flat. She
Y'all,
poking.
it's a flat mess. It's a flat mess. Poking what? Poking under a 0-degree angle. You know what? He right, y'all. My ass is not flat. It's just disproportionate because where it should be flat, it's not. And where it shouldn't be flat, it is. That is my ass. And now y'all understand why I'm so frustrated.
Oh God. Like, oh, that speaking of asses, this reminds me of a conversation I had with a former student. And before anybody get gross, I work with college students, okay?
Vernon Scott is not a pedo.
Not at all. Ew.
But what's his name? Matt so-and-so is. I can't remember the other
Matt
dude.
Gates is a pedophile, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So we were having this conversation about asses and whatever, and she was like, and I if she ever hears this episode, I know she knows I'm talking about her, and she's the one who brought this to my attention. So it's your fault, bitch. It's your fault.
Mhm.
Love you still. But she was like, I have a Hank Hill ass. And I was like, bitch, what? And I looked up Hank Hill's ass.
So
then,
he had to get butt pads because he was having back pain. Hank was thick.
girl, like I was like, okay, you got to stand up now. And she stood up, and I was like, bitch, this will never be unseen.
Oh.
And she got mad after that. I was like, you're the one who brought this to my attention. Like, I thought you was great before all this because, I'm not looking at your body like that. And now we have to address your body. And now I have a point of reference. I can't unsee
that you gave me. You gave me the point of reference. I didn't come up with this by myself.
Like, I can't unsee this shit now. It is what it is. But it's okay. Hank Hill had a whole ass wife and kid. You'll have a whole ass husband and kids. And if you ever decide to, or if you ever swing the other way, you might have a wife and kid too. Well, depending on how this government works.
Thanks, SCOTUS. Y'all thought it was over? Y'all thought I was done with that? No.
Oh,
I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. Until they get their shit back together.
Oh, God. Love it. Okay. Actual episode. Let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. We're talking about ideal relationships. Okay. Professional. I'm not professional at all. I'm just not.
Neither am I. I didn't finish college.
Oh, God.
You get what you get, people. Go to school if you want to. It's a scam.
Now we talking about it. Jesus, it low-key is. And this is coming from somebody who is a huge pusher for education and higher ed, but it has become a scam. The Holiloquy podcast focuses on the variability of sexual expression. When it comes to sexual expression, we often depend on pornography to illustrate how one must perform sexually. For those who have not learned this by now, the stuff you see in porn is not real. Pornography provides a singular perspective of sexual expression that is not often the reality we see during our own sexual encounters. The Holiloquy podcast is a conversation that takes you outside of the compressed box of what many know about sex. Some of the topics we discuss includes kinks, condom usage, status disclosure, and past sexual experiences. The Holiloquy podcast steps out on sexual norms and recognizes that the norm is not the only normal. Subscribe today and join the conversation. A huge pusher for education and higher ed, But it has become a scam. It has become a scam. And let me tell you how. So a lot of people who are not Black might not understand this, but listen, this is the facts. This is the facts. When it comes to employment in this country, we want to put glass ceilings on everything. We not glass ceilings. We want to put a barrier of entry, right? So
Mm-hmm.
first, everybody can get a job. It doesn't matter what education you have. We're going to train you. We're going to get all this stuff together for you. Then
Okay.
racism. We want to make sure we got too many Negroes out here getting these jobs. Guess what? Negroes do not have high school diplomas. That's how that became a requirement, people. That's literally how that became a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
You learn this stuff when you have to look into the history of higher education and shit. And then you have
Ow.
access to higher ed. Negroes are not getting degrees, so we're good. They not getting their high school diplomas. Oh shit, we got public schools now. All right, now they're getting high school diplomas. So what do we do now? Oh, they're not getting degrees. Let's go ahead and bring these degrees up. Now we're at a point where you have access to education, affordable education, supposedly, and we have these barriers. And the most recent barrier that's of entry is years of experience in for entry level jobs. That's the most recent thing. But you have to go to school to get these entry level jobs. Of course, you need those years of experience that you're probably not going to get because you are in school, and those internships are not really going to pay you, and they're not going to have enough years of experience for you to actually qualify for those positions. So now you're SOL, and now you have to find something else to do that's outside your field. And then on top of that, because a lot more people are taking out student loans, we're going to continue to increase the rate of tuition so that you pay a lot more for no real substantial changes to your collegiate experience, because we can. Um, and
Damn.
now you have access to other programs like for-profit colleges. Do not go to a for-profit college. There are a few that I would say are reputable, like Phoenix, University of Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
Strayer, some Strayer
Mm-hmm.
programs, and WGU. I think they're still no, they might be not for profit now. But there's a
Mm-hmm.
few. There's a few, not too many. Do not go to for-profit colleges because they're going to have higher tuition for a degree that's only going to take you 2 years to complete, because you have people who want to get it fast,
Mm-hmm.
and their tuition is way too high for the degree that you're going to be, the career that you'll be pursuing with that degree.
Mm-hmm.
That's their scam. And of course, because you don't have those the finances to pay for those colleges, you're going to take out student loans. And for-profit colleges, since they are for profit, they don't qualify for federal grants, which mean your only option to pay for those colleges are student loans. So now
Mm-hmm.
that's increasing student loan debt. That's also increasing how much you have to pay the government, because what they are going to price gouge you because they have that option to do it, because you're more focused on the quick degree. Now let's go to
Mm-hmm.
the nonprofit or public school system. They practice in increasing their tuition so that they can match the rates for other schools, but still make sure that they have it low enough that students will be willing to pay for their college. Now, because they increase their tuitions, whatever scholarship you had, be it a state funded scholarship like Hope here in Georgia, I think they have Hope in Tennessee, your college is not going to be fully paid for anymore because you have excess amount that you owe. And what do? You have to take out a loan now in order for you to pay whatever was not being paid for with your financial aid. And then that's how they scam you, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And when it
I
comes,
got I got one more too.
mm-hmm.
Do not go to a private college.
Oh,
Okay. Because a private college, not gonna name any names, but there's some bears that know what I'm talking about. They are subject to whatever they decide. They govern themselves
facts.
and they're not eligible for certain state or government aid because they're a private institution. Or if the aid is eligible, you will get a fraction of it to go towards your tuition there. Whereas if you went to a public institution, you would go debt free. That is the mistake that I made. So learn from me, children, my babies. Learn. Don't be like Adrian.
But it's true. It's true. Like with private colleges, this is I might make somebody upset because of this. Most HBCUs are actually private colleges. And because of that, you have a lot of Black students who might qualify to have their tuition paid for with whatever state scholarship they have. Let's go with Hope again. So their better option is to go to a public PWI, because that's what the school is, to have a free education versus going to a private school that is the HBCU. But, we do judge a lot of Black people for choosing not to go to HBCUs. And whatever you feel is whatever you feel. I'm not trying to tell you that your decision was wrong or right. I don't give a damn. Educated Black person is an educated Black person to me, and I don't go outside of that. I support you.
Exactly.
But like,
I do regret not going to HBCU. Like, if I could have redone my whole college experience, I definitely would have been at Clark Atlanta turning the fuck up and would probably be a nurse practitioner or doctor at this moment. But, I went with the prestige and the allure of a private, prestigious white institution, and they gave me a $50,000 scholarship, which I thought was, okay, cool, that's good.
Girl,
but they didn't tell me that tuition was going to be $75 my junior year. So I was like, oh, you see, what we not going to do is this. But don't worry, babies. I am going to finish up my degree. I'll still be out there. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. It's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Amen to that. And so a lot of HBCUs do fall under that category of not being able to qualify for some of the federal subsidies because of them being private schools. So you are, because there are some public HBCUs. Don't get me wrong. There are plenty out there. So if you are planning on going to one, do look into that as well, so that you know where your tuition will be paid and covered. So you spend a lot less on your education. But just know these student loans, this is what makes it a scam, because you have to get all of that money to take these classes to get this degree. And now you cannot work the job because they have all these new stipulations that prevent you from going into that field. They're not going to increase your pay. And now you're stuck with a huge ass amount of student debt that you're just like, who the fuck is going to be able to pay this shit off?
And then check out, I saw something on Facebook that was like, we will deny an 18-year-old with a business plan for $100,000 loan, but we will give that same 18-year-old $200,000 to go to school. Hello. It's a scam.
It's a scam. It used to not be like this though, y'all. Don't get me wrong. Education used to educate people. Now it's most colleges have become diploma mills, and that's across the board. Like I don't me even working in education today, and completing my doctorate, I've seen how my own program that I was in is a low-key a diploma mill, but you have other people like myself and I have to be frank, the other Black students that was in my cohort, who were actually using our education to benefit us so that we can learn what we're supposed to be here to learn, and not just put out these random ass papers that have nothing to do with anything, or doing these simple as assignments that have no real substance to our education, just so that you have new graduates out there. Right. That's not education. That's just making sure that this one person has the qualifications to get a job. You have a title and you go. That's it. It's not really focusing on educating anybody.
Sounds like busy work.
Essentially, that's all it is. But if you are planning on going to college for anything, make sure you just have the mindset that you actually want to learn, so you can be efficient and actually of substance at the roles that you are applying for, so that you could make a true difference rather than just to get the job. because at this point, people are starting their own business without any kind of education. If that's the route that you need to do, go that route. There are plenty of, I know most definitely here in Georgia, small business satellites throughout the that's funded by the state, as well as there's some funded by the federal government that will actually teach you how to start your own business, how to apply for business loans, and all of that. And these services are free, or some of them are low cost. If that's something that interests you, do that. Go that route. Educate yourself. Don't pay thousands and thousands of dollars to go off to a college that is not really going to feed into you, or if that you're just trying to, get to that next step. If you're going to get to that next step, learn during that process. Make sure that you demand that you learn throughout that process. Like I have a.
I was just gonna say, I am educated, but not degreed. And that whole myth about, oh, you gotta get a degree or else you're not gonna make nothing of yourself. Let me tell y'all, I'll take down $85,000 a year. I have no degree. You tell me. Now, do I work hard as shit? Of course. My body is my bread and butter. I for side note, I was at my homeboy's birthday party and they had built this fucking hillbilly ass slide. Basically, his house has a basement. And so, when you have a house that has a basement, there's a hill because, the basement is underneath the foundation, blah, blah, blah. So there's like a pretty steep hill. And they had poured fucking dishwashing soap and water on it to make it more slippery so you could be faster going down the hill. And so they did all that and it was like, all right. It was like, Dre, you ready to go on this slide? And I was like, let me just stop you right there. I do not have health insurance, so I'm not going to be able to experience this activity. My body is my bread and butter. So I will applaud y'all. I will cheer y'all on to the side. But baby girl, it's a no for me. And they laughed at me, but I was serious because, yes, I do make $85,000 a year. But without my body, I make nothing. So, there is some truth in getting an education to have a easier way to provide for yourself. But it by no means is it the only way. Okay. I am 15,000 away from six figures. No degree. You tell me.
Look, and even to support that, I have a whole ass doctorate, and Adrian makes way more than I do. Twice as much. I'm not even going to lie. She makes twice as much as I do. It's not the shame or anything like that. It's just the truth. And I love it for her, and I love it for myself because look, I'm paying my bills. So
hello. And in the event that bill can't be paid, you could call hardworking Adrian. I'm gonna take care of you.
Ooh, I love you, boo. Let
me see that dick.
I'm done.
I bet you edit that out.
I'm not.
Damn it. Shit. Baby Benita, don't listen to this episode. I'm sorry. My hoe just be popping out. I can't help
it. We support a hoe over here. We support a hoe. Education really has become a scam, and I really do hate that. And everybody who's offering education are not educators. Let's put it that way. All these pop-ups, certification courses that y'all keep seeing, you have to know that person's history.
That Google. I was looking at those little Google certificate shit. It's not a good idea.
Those are all right because Google offers their stuff for free, as well as their education programs are made by people who specialize in that field. So those will actually educate you. Now, in terms of them making you eligible to get a job, I don't know for sure. It might. I don't know. I'm not in the coding field, the tech world, but those are definitely great. If it's somebody offering courses and they cannot prove what their history is in terms of their degree, they don't have a LinkedIn that you can review to understand exactly what the background is. If they do not have personal experience doing what they're doing, then they're not the right source. Even for myself, I'm a life coach, right? And to be a life coach, all you really have to do is just say that you are a life coach. Literally. But The certification.
That doctorate backing you up, though, baby.
You're right. That
I'm gonna go to Dr. Scott before I go to Felicia.
like certifications in life coaching don't really mean anything because it's not a regulated field. Now, you do have people who do offer those that might not really have any true history in life coaching. They might just be taking stuff that they learn from other people, making to a course and reselling it to you. You can pick those people out easily if you know what to look for. There's like this thing called the ICF, the international no the is it International Coaching Federation? I think that's what it's called. They are actually are presenting themselves as the accreditors for coaching programs, but again, this is not a federally recognized division or anything like that, but at least they're trying to make sure that people are teaching what they're saying that they're teaching. So you can trust, you're more likely to get proper training off of ICF and finding the coaching program there rather than somebody on YouTube. Now, when it comes to somebody like me, my coaching comes from actual professional work in doing that, which is why I can actually say that I'm a life coach because of the positions I held with helping people with their problems, helping them guide themselves through their issues, my educational background. And then on top of that, me going to school to be a licensed marriage family therapist, not halfway through the program, still early, but those things qualify me a lot better than somebody who's just offering you some random course because of the money. So when it comes to education, you really do have to do your research on these people. You have to know their histories. And it's too much scamming out here. It's way too much.
Yeah, for sure. See, this always happens.
Always
We're supposed to be talking about the ideal relationship, and we just went on a whole education rant.
We really did. People going to listen to this like, okay, when are they going to start the actual episode? But I like this information. Like, come on,
taking notes.
Educate us today. But
we trying to get y'all the game.
Where's this ideal relationship? We get to it, y'all. We get to it. But yes, ideal relationships. Adrian, essentially, like this, y'all, this is supposed to be a very quick episode because it's like literally one thing that we're talking about in this episode, and that is what are our wants and what are our needs when it comes to relationships. So, Adrian, what do you want in a relationship versus what do you need?
So, I will say, like, before I get into that, like, my idea of an ideal relationship has changed as I have changed. Like, I remember when I was, in high school, and I was just like, I want somebody that's gonna walk with me to class, that's gonna come to my games, that's gonna be, meet my mama, hang out with me, we're gonna hold hands, go to prom, right? Kid shit. And then after that, in college, I was like, okay, I want my ideal relationship to be, someone intellectual like myself, able to carry on a conversation, but not afraid to be goofy, fucking active, like want to hang out, want to do shit, don't want to be sitting in the house, loyalty, love, sex got to be bomb. And then, in my young adult years, early 20s, I was like, all right. I want somebody that is wanted by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to be for everybody, but I want her to be desired by everybody. I was real big into aesthetics and optics. I want to be that nigga. I want to be the nigga with the bitch that everybody wants. And now, in my knocking on 30s, I have become very, like, not introspective, but very particular about what I'm looking for. And also I kind of believe that the ideal relationship is also a myth. Like, and by myth, I mean, one, your ideals change as you grow and develop. And then two, the perfect relationship really depends on what you as a person are requiring. Now my ideal relationship is the one that I'm in. Is it perfect? Absolutely the fuck not. Are there challenges? Oh, hell yes. Do we argue? You better fucking believe it. But is that my rider? For sure. Do I trust her more than anybody else in my life? Damn straight. Do I believe that whether I have $1,000 or no dollars, she gonna ride with me and fuck me like I'm the best nigga that's ever been in her life? Yes. So, it's it's something that changes and develops as you do. But the things that I want in my relationship are active sex life. Let's be real. I'm a horny fuck and I like to fuck. So if the sex ain't there, neither am I. Number two, I like communication and not so much like, oh, what you doing? That's not communication to me. If you ask me what I'm doing 7 times a day, all you're finding out is what I'm doing. That communication to me is, how's your day? What's going on with you? Oh, I saw this meme and made me think about you. Or look at this funny shit. Or girl, can you believe what she got on? Like shit like that. I like to kiki with my partner. Like that is communication to me. I also like effective communication, which is something that me and my wife to be struggle with. I over communicate, meaning I'm gonna tell you every fucking detail. You better be listening, and I'm not going to feel that I've made my point until I know that you know that I made my point. Whereas my fiance under communicates. She gonna give you one sentence, and in that sentence, everything you need to know was there, but you don't know that it's there. So if you need follow-up questions or more information or additional information, she starts to get frustrated and agitated. Like, nigga, I just said, Like, well, bitch, that could be, Like, what we gonna do? Like, I'm asking follow-up questions because I fucking care. I'm trying to hear you, understand you, and move accordingly. Why you mad? You know what I'm saying? So that's something that is a want. It's not necessarily a need because even though we have issues communicating at times that can result in fallouts and shit like that, the base structure of our relationship is strong. The foundation of us is strong. We know that we love each other. And so regardless of what challenges we face, we're going to face them together. That is the need. The fact that regardless of what happens, is you and me. That's the need. So I can be okay with the issues that we have communicating because I know at the end of the day, that's my soldier. That's my rider. I'm never alone. So, you have to look into yourself and decide what it is, like you said, wants versus needs. You may not get everything you want, but as long as you're getting everything you need, you're okay, in my opinion.
I'm with you completely. Oh my God, that was so beautifully said. Yes. Yes. Oh my
Without
God.
a college degree, baby. I'm an old uneducated motherfucker.
She educated as hell, y'all. Don't listen to this bitch. Don't listen to her. Like, she's so smart. But like that.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. You are not Matt Gates. We don't need to allege anything for legalities.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. Oh, I'm a mess. All right. So, but yes, I think a lot of people don't even think about or try to articulate what their wants are and what their exact needs are. I like for myself, my I would say my core need is, of course I do want a strong foundation, but I need freedom within my relationship. I don't want any kind of thing that is restricting me. Not saying that there cannot be any boundaries, because I do respect that with my partner. But I do need the freedom to be myself, to be whole, to be able to express myself the way that I want to express myself, because I'm going to always provide you with that freedom too. And for me, I need that reciprocity from my partner.
Reciprocity. Yes, that is a must. That's a need.
Right.
If only one party is doing something and the other party is not getting anything in return, hell no, it ain't gonna work.
Look, like, because I would say one of my this is also on the need side as well. But this is rooted in sexual expression. I need the freedom to express myself freely, but I do want a partner that is open sexually, because I can be with somebody who's not as open as I am when it comes to sexuality, but that freedom is a need, because I'm going to desire to be with other people who can fit that, the whatever you're not willing to meet sexually. It's not that I love you less. It's not that I don't enjoy our relationship. It's just that
Mhm.
on a sexual level, I want that. I want that exploration. I want that excitement in more than one different way. And if you're not able to provide me that freedom to explore that, to enjoy that with other people, then honestly, you don't have to be here. Um, that's why that's a
So
need.
would you consider yourself polyamorous?
Oh yes, I'm definitely poly. I'm definitely poly.
Oh.
I can be in a monogamous relationship, but it also has to be
Mm.
with a partner who is as free as I am and open as I am when
Mm.
it comes to sexuality.
See,
Um,
that's interesting that you say that because before Benita, I did identify as poly myself, but I went about my poly in the wrong way, i.e., I was a cheater. Nobody ever knew. Well, I got caught once because I really didn't fuck. Y'all heard that story. That was on my first episode. Go
mhm.
on back and check a look if you ain't heard it. But my brother-in-law, he is poly. And we got into a little debate because he was saying that I am not poly, because I am in a monogamous relationship, even though I identify as polyamorous. And it's like, well, here's the thing. I do feel that I'm poly because do I feel like I have the capacity to love multiple partners? Yes. Do I feel like that I have the capacity to love them equally? Not so much equally, but I would say I can love them adequately, meaning, because equality is not the same as what does that mean? Equality is not the same as is it representation, or basically saying
Equity.
equity, maybe that, but like it was a picture that I saw. There was a fence, there was a baseball game,
Ooh, I know what you're talking about.
and
I know that picture.
what I'm talking about. So it's like everybody's watching the game, so that's equality, right? But the little kid, he's on steps, so he can see the game. The old man is sitting in a chair, so he can see the game, and then like the regular young adult is standing. So they all see the game, but without those accommodations, two of the three would not be able to enjoy the game.
Mm,
So that's what I feel like when it comes to being poly. Do I feel like I can love my partners? Yes. Will my love for one partner be the same as the other? No. But will it be any less valid or any less real? No, absolutely not. It's genuine and open for the person it's for. Um, but I wanted to know kind of what your opinion is on it because I don't know whether or not to classify myself as poly because I'm in a monogamous relationship and that relationship takes precedence over all of my relationships because I want it to. And basically, Benita is not poly. Benita is very monogamous. We
mm,
had the conversation, we talk about it, not frequently, but every so often we'll talk about it. Like, where you at with this? How you feeling about it? And it's funny because when we first met, it was a hell no.
mm,
And now it's kind of evolved into a after we're married, we can explore. And it took continuing to have that conversation. Not that I forced her or tried to coerce her or anything like that. It was just she understands that I love her, and
mhm,
also I have the ability to love others. But because I love her, I quell that ability or that desire to love others because above all, it's you. I want you. So if I can't have you and everyone, I'm just choosing you. And I think it's that action and decision that's led her to become more open because she knows my love for her is real and true and genuine, and it
mhm,
supersedes any other relationship. And even if we were to do some poly shit, it's still going to do that. But the conversation that we're at now is once we do marry, right? And we're gonna, try to dip our toe in that life. It wouldn't be necessarily poly that we would be doing, more so swinging.
mhm,
So, or threesomes, like me and her experiencing another person, which I understand it would be that's rooted in, a little bit of a distrust for me because she knows my past. So she's allowing me to experience the polyamorous lifestyle with the safety net of her, meaning I can't get wrapped up, I can't get caught up. I'm not going to leave her for some other person because she's there. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's enough. Like the fact that she opened and has changed her mind to the point where, it went from hell no to okay, after we're married to okay, once we're married, it's a we thing. Like that works for me. It's compromise, and I don't feel that I'm missing anything. I don't feel that I'm losing anything, and I still have my everything, which is her.
Yes. Now, to go back to the question relate to the brother-in-law, soon to be brother-in-law.
Yeah.
When it like I personally I just want to say people have to remember that just because you identify as something, that does not mean you know all the facts about it.
Right.
That it's okay to say you don't know if it's something that you don't recognize for yourself. It's fine because the way that we express ourselves, there's no non-valid reason to express yourself sexually, long as there's consent and everything. Let's
Yes.
put that basis.
Right.
There is a such thing as monopoly. I had to
Really?
look it up.
Monopoly.
Right. Oh, yep. That is hilarious. Yes. That episode Monopoly. Yes. But it's essentially when like I was even telling a friend of mine about this with her previous relationship, because her well, I was talking to her ex at her boyfriend at the time, but her ex, about this is actually a legitimate relationship. To be monogamous with one person and your partner is poly. That is a legitimate relationship. That is still polyamorous. That is that's a relationship. You can be monogamous.
It's the same thing. Like, I'm bisexual, but I'm in a lesbian committed relationship. That is not, just because I'm marrying a woman and intend to spend my life with her, does not mean that dick don't get me wet. I mean, come on, that's not true. I miss penis, I really do. But you know, I can't stand when people with bi erasure. Like, you're not bi, you're a lesbian. No, I'm bisexual. Just because my partner is female does not mean that I won't take you to the Lord with my pussy. Like, don't do that. Like, that's not the same thing. So I didn't know if that was possible in the poly world, like, to be monopoly. That's me. I'm monopoly.
Girl, I learned recently from an actual podcast guest, Tyrell. He identifies as solo poly, and I didn't even know that existed until we had that conversation about it. And that's just somebody who will. Let's put it this way: it's kind of what I talk about in the Essential Guide on How to Be a Hoe. Being out here in these streets and communicating with multiple partners about, hey, this is what this is. I'm not trying to be in a serious relationship with you. I like my space to myself, and I just want to engage with you on these type of things that can be sexual, just dating, whatever it is. That's what it means to be solo poly. You're just out here enjoying yourself, not making a relationship out of who you're being with, just enjoying that. That's also similar to people who identify as a side. You're just,
is that a thing?
it's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay.
Yep. Like it's interesting because like this is another reason why I hate how we use identity to make it seem as though there's one way to be within that scope. Because the way that we express ourselves will always vary between the individual. We're all unique people. We're not just one. Like, yes, we live in a society where it's all about monotony. It's all about you have to be this way, you have to be that way. No, you don't have to anything except be yourself. Be yourself and how you want to be yourself. If that yourself is racist, then that is what it is. Be you. Just don't be in power. Just don't be in power, Lord. Just don't be in power. But that's you. It's okay. Don't use your racism to hurt other people. Just be racist and watch Black shows like you do every single day.
A read. I felt that.
We know the truth. Like, racist people know more Black history than Black people. That's sad. You hate us that much, you learn more of our history so that you could
use it against us.
Like, oh God. Let me not go into that. But Polly. I was about to sing the My Little Pony song and everything.
Oh Lord. My little Polly, my little Polly.
Oh God. So yeah, that is a legitimate form of a relationship. Monopoly is a thing, and people should like don't speak on things if you don't know. If you don't know, just
Thank
say
you.
I don't know. But let's have the conversation about the disagreement. My
Right.
view is I feel as though okay, this is why I feel as though you are a lesbian because you are in a relationship with another woman. But guess what? Regardless of how you feel, I identify as bisexual. I just happen to be in a relationship with a woman, and that's it.
Because
Where's
I guarantee you, when I was with dudes, I did not identify as straight at all. Like I love bitches, like niggas love bitches. That's me. Okay, so even when I'm with a nigga, like you, I may appear straight to you, but I am not at all. I will fuck your mom and have a great time. Like don't forget.
I'm so done. Now I will fuck your mom and have a great time. Yes.
I'm your daddy now.
Oh God, yes. I love you so much, Adrian. Okay.
I love you too.
Let's go ahead and transition into the end of the oh, I don't know what the fuck I was about to say. Oh my God.
That
It's the
vibrato took a
drugs.
hold of you.
It's the drugs, y'all. I don't even take I
Ooh.
don't use, but you know, it's whatever. It's the water I drank earlier.
Not you got a contact from my high ass.
It's a cyber high.
Because you know, it's a cyber high, y'all. Get that Norton firewall on y'all shit now. You might be floating like Dr. Scott right now.
Feeling good, feeling good. All right, so we're gonna do a would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather have sex with only one person all your life, or always have sex in the same position, bitch?
Oh hell no! I'll take the one person.
Ain't it? What?
You mean I gotta do missionary forever?
Forever?
You lied.
You said I need
gotta
to
be
be
on
a
top.
missionary?
I gotta be on top for the rest of my life, girl. Who? Not me.
Look, I would hate for somebody to say, "Oh, you have to do doggy style all the time." Who? Oh, you have to be missionary all this time. Who? You have to be on
I
your
said the
side all
cat.
the time. Who? You gotta be on top all the time. Who?
You out your fucking mind. My niece said no.
How is these people making this rule? I'm sorry. The same person. We could flip in reverses, bitch. We Missy Elliott. I don't give a damn. No. If you got a big pool, let me search it.
That's right. That's right.
Cause we are not. As I said,
the switch in me just can't get with that. I can't do it.
I can't. I'm allergic to that. I'm allergic. You said one sex position. Oh, that's sex position too. I'm allergic. I can't have that.
I got a doctor's note. That's bad for my vertebrae.
Look, that. You might have to just CC me in that email when you send it out. Just to cover. You know, you could BCC me that because they don't need to know that I was on that. They don't need to know.
What? Because I'm so glad you said that because I used to see CC and BCC. I'm like, what is BCC? Is that the better CC? Should I BCC myself? Hell,
girl,
I'm confused.
The BCC is for those petty motherfuckers. That's how you look. You know you petty if you know what the BCC is. So that's the blind. That's the blind carbon copy. Why do they have it carbon copy if it's internet? You know what?
Yep, that was my next question. This is not paper. Because the carbon at?
CC is carbon copy.
I know, but like, where's the gas? What part of my computer do I hook that up to?
Am I using the wrong words? Because this doesn't make sense. Hold up. Am I dumb?
No, you're not dumb. That's me. I'm the dumb one. I was taking it too far.
I'm talking about carbon copy because I don't know if that is what it is. Because hold up.
Oh,
is it?
It makes sense.
Okay, that is
maybe it's cyber copy.
It might be cyber copy. Huh. Let's see. CC in email. Because I swear, carbon copy. Okay. Okay, it is carbon copy. Okay. So what?
Hello. Where's
this
the carbon?
Is not paper.
What? I'm confused. I am confusion.
Why are we using these? You know what? This is how you know. Back in the day, we were not thinking about how this stuff really worked. We're just like, whenever you have a copy of a sheet of paper, you always have to use a carbon copy so you can share with other people. And then they decided, but what if we don't want other people to see it? Motherfucker, we could call that shit blind carbon copy. The fuck you mean? Like, who sat down and did this shit? I need to
I
speak
want
to
to
the
know who
motherfucking manager.
I want to know who the messy hoe is that invented the BCC, because bitch, that was a good one.
Girl, back in my Daymar days, I'm going to say the organization because I don't give a damn. Y'all shouldn't have laid me off. Y'all knew I was too great anyways. That's why you try to hire me back. But
never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Back in those days, me and one of my coworkers, we used to just BCC each other on social shit.
God damn.
Most definitely. Oh, look, there was this one student who had me all the way fucked up.
Uh-oh.
And I was like letting them know, hey, because they were looking for something in the mail. I was like, look, we sent it out to you already. I'm not in control of the mail. I could only go off the information my supervisor provided to me. So if that bitch didn't send it off, then it didn't get sent off. But she told me she sent it off. So it is what it is. You're messaging me. Why? And then had the audacity to have some tone in his motherfucking voice.
Ooh, he don't know. He didn't know Dr. Scott's not the one.
Girl, and my professional petty was top tier. I forgot how I introduced that fucking email. I just know it was disrespectful as fuck. And it was professionally disrespectful as fuck. And I literally was like, the tone that you're providing to me is essentially something that we are not going to do. And I can only provide you the information that I was provided, and I was told that it was sent out. If anything, you need to contact your local mail distributor to figure out exactly what's going on with this thing that you're looking for. But this motherfucker here is not the one, essentially. And when I sent that to the student, I BCC'd my supervisor and the department head of education. And I was like, I said what the fuck I said, just in case this motherfucker decides to contact y'all.
Right.
That might be,
and that's the T.
That might be a contributing factor of why they fired me. Let me stop.
Right.
Stop. I'm actually going to look up this damn email. But while I'm doing that, here's a sets question. Do you like being turned on and made to wait? Wait, what? Do you like being turned on and made to wait? Tell me about a time you've been painfully aroused by just making out and not following through.
So read that to me one more time.
So essentially, because this is a horrible question, do you like being teased? Is what this is asking. Do you like your partner to tease you? And essentially, when was the explain a time when you were teased just from like making out or whatever, and there was no actual sexual activity that happened?
Okay, so teasing, that I don't, how do I say? I have a love-hate relationship with teasing because, like I told y'all, I'm a horny fuck. So like when I'm ready to bust my nut, I'm ready to bust my nut. Don't play with me. Like, let's go. I'm trying to get it out of me. But I do enjoy the like when I'm not like gotta bust horny, like when I'm just like, I could fuck. I like the pageantry of teasing. I like to be turned on. I like to be aroused. I like to be seduced. And my fiance loves to do those things to me. I didn't know. Okay, fun story. Do we have time for a story, King?
Okay, I make time. We got it. Let's go.
Okay, so fun story. When I first met my fiance, we were, as I told y'all, previous episode, guys, check it out. You'll find out the history of me and B. But we met online, right? So we did a lot of corresponding via text, talking on the phone, stuff like that. So when we finally met in person, I guess that action of getting to know her was like the ultimate tease. And I was like, girl, like I'm all in. I'm trying to see what that mouth do. Like, I want to kiss them lips. I want to hug them hips. I'm trying to see what
Mm.
you're about. I just wanted her, right? But I want to be a gentleman or whatever and not like be wild and predatory. So, I asked her, like, hey, I really want to kiss you. Can I kiss you? And she was like, okay, yeah. And so we ended up making out or whatever. And so, after we like probably like a month after, we actually got together as a couple, I asked her and I was like, so did you know I was gonna ask to kiss you? And she was like, yeah, I planned on it. I was like, what? She was like, you didn't realize like all the messages that we were sending and everything we talked about. I kept mentioning like wondering what it would be like to kiss you, or your lips look really cute today. Like I
Mm.
had put that subliminally into your mind. I wanted to kiss you and I wanted you to want to kiss me. It turned her on. My desire for her turned her on. And I was like, wait, so you was plotting on me while I was plotting on you? And I was like, you sneaky bitch, come here. Like it's just like I like the idea of her being a step ahead of me and knowing what she wanted and doing what she needed to do to get it, and being very what is it, very low key about it, like that is awesome to me. So I guess the answer to the question is yes, I do enjoy teasing when I'm in the mood for it, but if I ain't in the mood for it, I will punch you.
She ain't gonna punch nobody. Look, I'm with you though. I do like me a good tease. And just let me know what you're trying to do, even though you're not really trying to do it. But
Mhm.
if with the expectation that it's actually going to happen someday, I'm okay with
Right.
that tease. If you're just over here teasing with just a tease, I don't need that. Because I'm trying to. I told one person, I said again, I graduated from the school of pull the fuck up. I want to pull up. Like, what's up? I'm
Ooh.
about the action. I do like the words. I do like to communicate, but the root of my core, my soul, I'm about that fucking action. I'm not going to tell you I want to do something, not show the fuck up. I have intentions of doing it. Now. If things change, I want to let you know. Okay, it's just not going to happen. But
Mm.
I have all those intentions of really pulling the fuck up. So, and speaking of pulling up, I found that email I sent. So now, in response to this person communicating with me, and had the nerve, to use whatever tone of voice that they had with entitlement, after I told them shit is out of my hands, we did what we needed to do, and you're just feeling some type of way. They responded, was very rude, and this is what I said. Please alter your tone in your correspondence. We did our due diligence on this issue. Unfortunately, you wish not to accept the truth of the matter. There is nothing that I can do to ease you of the way you perceive this issue. I've offered you a solution. It is quite unfortunate that you did not receive your certificate. I empathize with you on that. Your original certificate was sent out with the others that we had. Of the 50 or so that was sent out, we only had to resend 4, yours included. If you chose not to contact the post services to see what may have gone wrong, my only other recommendation is that you practice patience and allow us to send you another copy when we get the time. It is unfortunate that you've had to face embarrassment due to this mishap, but once things leave our offices, we put our trust in those who are delivering the items to get them to their location. If you are unable to message me in a professional manner, I will not respond to you. But do know, we will send your certificate whenever our schedule's clear. And left it at that.
And that's all he had to say about that, bitch.
Don't fuck with me. I can
Let them
be
know.
very, very professional and give you the energy that you're sending back. It's called knowing words, people. But yeah. And guess what? Sure as hell didn't say anything after I sent that message. He understood.
What can you say? What can you say?
Look, he did look me up on LinkedIn. And I think when he saw the picture, he was like, you know what? I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to wait for that certificate to me. I
I'm
almost
gonna find
added
some
him.
patience. Don't
Look,
mind it.
because LinkedIn used to tell you all back then they will let you know who viewed your profile.
Mm-hmm.
I almost clicked on it and click connect just so you know I'm here. I saw that you liked it. What's up? Got any comments? You trying to reach me outside of the work hours or something? You trying to communicate?
See me outside. We could meet in the street. Because what you're not gonna do is stop my income.
Look,
That's dead.
not at all.
I will beat your ass off the clock, baby.
Look.
And that's on my freedom.
Yes. Okay, so we're at the end of the episode. Adrian, again, thank you so much for being so wonderful. This episode went through a lot of shit.
Yep.
But we're here.
That's on brand for me. I'm a shit starter. That is on brand. Y'all knew what it was when he said I have Adrian. Oh hell nah. Shit.
This bitch just got 18 more fans off of this episode. I'm jealous, y'all. I'm jealous. It's okay.
They are your fans. They're yours because I'm a fan of you.
Okay, we good. We good. I love y'all.
We good.
Adrian stands. Yes, I love y'all. Mm-hmm. Partly.
Mm-hmm. You such a petty bitch.
It is.
And I love it. Love it.
Do you have any last words for the audience?
Last words. Education's a scam. Make it work for you. And wants and needs. Like I said, you may not get everything you want. As long as you got what you need, you're gonna be all right.
Amen. To the audience, thank you all so much for listening to the Soliloquy podcast, where we step out and speak about sexuality. Just in case no one else told you this today, you are beautiful, you are worthy of happiness and joy, you are enough and then some. You may not live up to the expectations of others, but that is okay. You are only required to walk in your own shoes. May each day you live lead you towards abundance. With that said, love you all and see you next episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Soliloquy podcast, where we step out and speak on sexuality. You can subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting app and find us on the web at www.soliloquy.com. That's www.heauxliloquy.com. Share the podcast with your friends and join the conversation.